Guys, you're gonna get so sick of me, but the lighting's really good in this spot. Don't be surprised if all my videos occur in this corner at this time of day. What am I gonna say? Anyways, this video is gonna be about my TBR for February. The majority of my books for February that I want to read are the series. They're in series. I would really like to complete some series in February, but we shall see because your girl has a problem called mood reading. I have the mood reading syndrome. So I sometimes look a book in the eyes and it looks me back in the eyes and then I say no and it says, but wait, come back. And I say, bye-bye, baby. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in February, but I'm going to go through some of the books that are part of a series that I would either like to complete or continue in February. And of course I chose the month with the least amount of days to want to like finish series. Whatever. It doesn't even need to make sense. Ready Player 2? I almost read that backwards. I don't know why. I don't know why I like to read things through the camera. Like, just turn your head. Anyways, I read Ready Player 1. I think it was like November or something like that. It was around Thanksgiving. And I really liked it. I really liked it, actually. At first, I felt like some of the references were kind of going over my head because it referenced 80s pop culture, tech, video games. Like, 80s stuff was like heavily prevalent in Ready Player 1. And I did get to a point where I was like, what are you talking about? So I had to Google a lot, but I also have two brothers that were born in the 80s, so I asked them sometimes too. But yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I did really like Klein's writing. I personally think that for somebody who hadn't read a science fiction in such a long time, because it'd been a long time before that, to jump into Ready Player 1, I really didn't feel that disoriented. I didn't feel like it was that hard to follow. Again, I had to Google some stuff, but it is what it is. So I'm hoping that I get the same vibe from Ready Player 2, and I think I also have Armada. So if I like this, which I hope I do because I have another one of his books, I will probably try to fit in Armada in March. I don't know why. Are they connected? I don't think they're connected. I don't think they have anything to do with each other. Anyways, this is going in February. I really want to finish the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. This is Dreams of Gods and Monsters. Why I read it, literally just read it, and for some reason my brain flipped Monsters and Gods. And I was like, wait, did I say it wrong? Just whatever. So we're gonna read this next month. I think it's the biggest one, yeah. The others were not this big. But I really like Laini Taylor's writing because it's not too flowery. Some authors get like a little too lost in the sauce, and then I'm kind of like, well, I forgot what you were describing because we've been describing it for 4.5 pages. That doesn't happen with Laini Taylor, at least in this series so far. It hasn't, so I'm excited to read this. I'm really curious about the relationship between some of the characters from book 2. I felt like I'm just a little confused, like where it could go, and I guess that's good because it's making me really want to read book 3. Because I have some theories, but I also really think, I think I'm going to be completely wrong in every sense of the word wrong, but we'll see. So Dreams of Gods and Monsters. I can read, y'all, I promise. Also going to finish up the Who's Separate, Ange? Shepherd King duology in February. So this is Two Twisted Crowns. I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give anything away from One Dark Window. I actually really ended up enjoying it. I think it's appropriately hyped or whatever. I just am so curious. All of these books, I'm like curious. I'm just really curious what the fuck am I trying to say? Like the way book 1 ended, I'm so curious about certain characters and like what's gonna happen to them. And yeah, whatever. I just don't want to give it away. That's why I'm kind of like, I can't believe I just did that on camera. I don't know if I'm going to keep that. I might edit that out. I might cut that out. Anyways, Two Twisted Crowns is definitely being read in February. This is a book that this is book 3 in a series that I started in November. I don't know why I'm like panic laughing. Are you going to slap me on the hand because I didn't finish the book faster? Anyways, Catalyst Gate. It's a space opera. I really like it. I love the characters. Like there's a group of characters in here. I ride or die for them. So I'm really excited to see what happens to them, where they go. I really hope I don't lose anybody. Please, I really hope, Megan, that I don't lose anybody. Because, you know, these authors like to do us dirty. But yeah, this is what I'm going to finish. I've been really on the fence about the audiobook for Catalyst Gate just because I'm in like my audiobook era that I just started at the beginning of the month. But I don't really like I don't like the narrator doing everybody's voice. Some of the voices sounded like downright childish. And I was like, I don't think that I want to participate in that. So I'll probably just read the physical of this. Yeah, I won't do the audiobook. One that I will do the audiobook with, because I did it for The Hunger of the Gods, and it was really good. It was, I liked that narrator, even though it was one guy doing everybody's voice. He wasn't cringy. That's what I'm trying to say. It wasn't cringy at any point. So The Fury of the Gods, you up next. What's his name? Colin something, I think. I might have just made that up. I just might have pulled a name out of God knows where. So The Fury of the Gods, we're going to finish off the Bloodsworn. I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to do half of the Hunger of the Gods on audiobook. I think I'm going to do that towards the end of this month, closer to the end of this month. And then go into The Fury of the Gods, because I do feel like I maybe have disconnected a little bit from the story, because it's been a while since I read The Hunger of the Gods. I finished that at the end of December. So I want to go back in there and maybe read like just a little bit, maybe half of it, a third of it, and then go into this, directly into this. I've been hearing that if you take too long of a break between book 2 and book 3, you tend to be a little bit disconnected from the characters and like the rest of the plot for book 3. I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. I've been thinking about Bjor. I've been thinking about Bjor for a while now, because like, what do you mean? What do you mean? It's fine. It's like a real internal struggle that I have, trying to come to terms with what he's done and what I think he's going to do. And then Elvar. I always talk about Elvar because I just want somebody to tell me if she's going to do some crazy shit. Because if she is, then I die. I don't know. I don't know if I can read that. Elvar really, really, really makes me nervous. Like, she just is so aggravating. And I feel like book 3 is when she's really going to show her true colors. And I'm like, girl, I don't want to see your colors. I'm all set. I'm currently reading God Killer. There we go. It's the first book in the Fallen Gods something. It's really good. I like it. Not a huge fan of the audiobook. The narrator speaks in a very staccato way, like every word is emphasized. So and I can't listen to it at regular speed. I have to put it at least 2 when I'm reading with the book. So to me, it just sounds crazy. It sounds really disjointed. And then when I try to slow it down, she's now speaking slower than I'm reading. Oh, the way my brain melts, my frontal lobe just starts to like dribble down. I'm like, nope, we can't do that. So I'm just doing the physical copies. I'm not reading the audiobook too. So I'm hoping to get to the Sunbringer in February. Like I'm actively pushing myself to read these books in February because I want to wrap up the series. And these are not long. Connor, her books are not long at all. And I'm thoroughly enjoying God Killer. It's not what I was expecting. I think I just was expecting something else, and it's not that. And I don't want to say anything else because I think it makes the book better if you go in with the wrong expectations as to like the plot and stuff like that. I don't know. It's giving. It's giving. That's all I'm going to say. I'm so scared for the series. I don't even know why I really should just DNF the series at this point, because I only got to book 1. And it was just straight up emotional damage. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. We're gonna do it. We can do it. We got this. I don't know if I'll get to the Burning God in February because it's big. I love the flop. Like, what? I love the flop. So yeah, I don't know if I'll get to the Burning God in February, but definitely Dragon Republic. I'm definitely picking up Dragon Republic in February. I probably will stall and wait till the end of the month to get to it because I am so nervous, but we're definitely going to read it, especially because I want to read Fable or Babel. I think the author said you could say it either way, but I definitely want to read that one for my birthday. I don't know why. It's like my birthday present to myself. So I have to get these two. I have to get this one done in February and then try to get this one done at the beginning of March because my birthday is late March. So pray for me, I guess. I don't know. Send good vibes, tissues. I am so scared. I loved the Poppy War so much, but also like that was only book 1, dog. That was book 1, and I'm pretty sure I almost threw up at one point. I mean, not in a good way, but it was good because like words on a page almost made me throw up. I'm babbling at this point. Anyways, those are the books that I want to read in February to complete some of the series or continue some of the series that I have started and have not completed yet. But let me know if you guys are like me and you have series that you just like to start and then they just kind of like are floating in limbo in your TBR, or if you are more responsible than that and you finish series when you start them. Like, that just sounds foreign coming out of my mouth, if I'm honest. But anyways, we'll check back in at the end of February, see how many I got through. Hopefully. I'm so scared for the puppy war. Hopefully all of them, but we'll see. And yeah, happy reading as always.